Welcome to the deep dive. We're digging into the material you've sent us, looking for those really compelling stories. And today, we're headed somewhere, well, a bit unsettling. Right next door, actually. We're talking about neighbors. Specifically, we've got this true account from a collection called Nightmare Neighbors, true stories of horrifying encounters with strange people. We're going to focus on one called The House Next Door, our plan. Unpack the, frankly, chilling details, see how things escalated, and maybe figure out why these kinds of unexplained things get under our skin so much.
Yeah, in this account, it's interesting because it really does sit on that edge, doesn't it? Between what we think we know and, well, something else entirely. You can see why it got documented. It taps into that vulnerability we all have right in our own homes, makes you question who or what might be just, feet away.
It really does. Okay, so let's get into it. The story kicks off in 2009. We have Alex and Rachel, newly married, moving into this place in New Jersey. Looks like your typical quiet suburb, right? Nice lawns, quiet streets. Except for the house next door. There's always one, isn't there?
Yeah, this one was different. An older two-story place. Upstairs windows completely boarded up, the yard was overgrown, weeds everywhere, curtains always drawn tight, and at night they'd see these weird, stuttering lights inside, faint.
Not exactly welcoming.
Not at all. And the realtor just waved it off, said something like, "Oh, elderly tenants, keep to themselves, nothing to worry about." But Alex and Rachel, they felt it almost instantly. That feeling, of being watched.
That initial dismissal is so common, isn't it? Sort of papering over the cracks.
Yeah.
Because everything you just described, the boards, the darkness, those strange lights, it clashes so much with the normal suburban vibe. It's setting the stage for unease even before anything specific happens. It just feels wrong.
And that feeling didn't stay vague for long. It got very specific, very fast. First week they were there, Rachel's in the kitchen, unpacking boxes, glances out the window, and there's this guy standing stock still in the neighbor's yard. Tall, wearing this long gray coat, weird for summer, just staring at her. Face pale, totally blank expression.
Wow. And then as she's watching, he slowly lifts up a hand, puts one finger to his lips, like a shh.
Oh, that's unsettling.
Right. What's the deal with that? That silent gesture.
Well, it's potent because it's silent. It's like it forces intimacy, implies this shared secret or maybe a warning, but gives you nothing. Your mind just races to fill in the blanks, usually with the worst stuff. It's psychological pressure without a single word, very deliberate.
And how did he leave?
Get this? He just walked backwards, slowly, into the shadows on his porch and then gone.
Backwards. Okay, that adds a whole other layer of weird.
The unnatural movement just ramps up the creep factor, makes it feel less human.
Definitely. And after that, things started, escalating. Especially at night, they started hearing noises. A scraping sound against the fence between the houses, like metal on wood, and sometimes low chanting. Faint, couldn't make out words, but definitely human voices.
Touching.
Yeah. And then one night, maybe 3 a.m., Rachel swears she hears knocking from their bedroom wall. The shared wall.
Oof, that's direct.
Alex would get up, go outside, check. But every time, neighbor's house, pitch black, silent, nothing. Until the next morning, they go outside and find something new on their side of the fence. Someone had scratched this crude drawing into the wood. A wide, unblinking eye.
So it's moving from sound to sight, from just hearing things to finding a physical mark. That eye is like a signature, isn't it? A claim. It's saying, I am here and I am watching. It's a real shift from just, passive creepiness to something more active. Invasive.
Invasive is the right word. So maybe 2 weeks later, they try to inject some normalcy. Have a barbecue, friends over, music playing, trying to just live their lives in their new backyard.
Trying to reclaim the space? Makes sense.
Yeah, but then their friends start noticing something. One points up to the neighbor's house, second floor window, one of the ones not boarded up, asks, who's that guy? And there he is again. Tall man, gray coat, standing just behind the curtain, looking down at the party.
So other people saw him too. That's significant.
Huge. Alex had had enough. He storms over there, bangs on the door, nothing, no answer. He looks up at the window, empty. Looks dark. But when he walks back to his own yard, back to the party, he sees the fence, the first eye carving. It wasn't alone anymore. 2 more had been added. 3 eyes now, staring.
Wow, the validation is key there. When friends see it too, it stops being just their private fear. It becomes real, shared. That amps up the pressure incredibly. And the extra eyes, it's not just more watching, it's like an intensification. Like the focus is narrowing right on them. It's personal, targeted.
I can only imagine how that felt, knowing other people saw it. Then, over the next month or so, it just kept getting worse.
Yeah.
And way more personal. One night, Rachel wakes up. She hears breathing right outside their bedroom window.
Oh, no.
Alex checks. Nobody there. But the window pane, covered in condensation, like someone had their mouth pressed right against the glass.
That's incredibly intimate and vitilating, crossing a major boundary there.
Totally. Then, packages started vanishing from their porch. But they'd reappear a day or two later, opened, contents all there, just neatly arranged, like someone had gone through their mail, their stuff.
Not theft for gain, but for intrusion, for knowledge. Creepy.
But this is the worst part. One morning, Rachel finds a photograph under the doormat. It's a picture of her and Alex, asleep, in their bed, taken from outside their bedroom window.
Okay, that's it. That is absolutely terrifying. That's proof of direct physical intrusion into their most private space.
They called the police, obviously. Officers came out, did a sweep, knocked on the neighbor's door again, checked the yard, found zero. No footprints, no forced entry, nothing. Their official report, the house next door was vacant.
And that's the terrifying disconnect, isn't it? The official world says nothing to see here, but their lived experience is screaming danger. The police finding nothing actually makes it worse in a way. It isolates them, makes the threat feel almost supernatural, or at least beyond normal explanation or help.
Exactly. Alex was, I guess, desperate. He started doing his own research, property records for the house next door, and what he found, well, it changed everything. The record showed the house hadn't been legally occupied since 1998.
1998, so over a decade.
Yeah, the last people listed,
Yeah.
family of 4, they disappeared, literally vanished overnight back in 98. Left dinner on the table, lights on, doors unlocked, just gone. And the description of the father, tall, thin man, always wore an overcoat.
Wait, tall, thin overcoat, just like the men they've been seeing.
Exactly. And the police report from 98, the only weird thing they found inside that empty house, the walls, covered, hundreds of drawings, all of eyes, just eyes everywhere. The family was never found.
My God, so the current sightings, the coat, the watching, and the eyes carved on the fence, it all links back. It connects directly to that vanished family, specifically the father figure and that horrifying visual signature. This isn't just a creepy neighbor, it's like an echo or maybe something left behind. It really challenges what vacant even means.
It really does. By this point, it's October. Rachel refuses to sleep in the bedroom. Can you blame her? They end up basically camping out in their living room, TV on all night, just trying to feel less exposed.
Completely understandable survival instinct kicking in, trying to create any buffer zone.
Then came the final straw, the thing that broke them. They're watching TV late one night, just zoning out. The screen flickers, goes weird for a second. And in that flicker, they see themselves on the screen, sitting on the couch just like they were. But in the reflection on the TV, standing right behind them, was the man, gray coat. His hand was hovering like right over Rachel's shoulder.
On the television screen, seeing themselves watched in real time.
Yes, the impossibility of it. Alex whipped around instantly. Of course, no one was there. But the back door, which had been locked, was standing wide open.
That's the ultimate violation. It's not just watching anymore, it's inside, manipulating their reality, breaching every defense. You can feel the psychological weight of that, the constant escalating terror just becoming unbearable. No wonder they fled.
They didn't even hesitate. Packed bags that night, left first thing the next morning, broke the lease, abandoned the house, everything. Never went back.
I don't blame them one bit.
And the story doesn't quite end there. According to the account, neighbors talked about it afterwards. The house stayed empty, officially vacant for years. But people still saw things, those faint flickering lights inside at night sometimes. News symbols would apparently show up scratched onto the fence every now and then.
Still active then, even with no one living next door.
Yeah. And the creepiest part, people swore they'd still sometimes see him. A tall man in a long gray coat standing in the yard, just staring, watching, waiting.
So whatever it was, or is, it wasn't tied to Alex and Rachel specifically. It was tied to the place. It lingers, it remains. It really forces you to reconsider what presence means, doesn't it? Beyond just legal occupancy. It suggests something inherent to the location itself.
Yeah, it's a chilling thought. So as this account shows, sometimes the house next door isn't just unfriendly. Sometimes it holds something else. Something that doesn't pack up and leave when the moving trucks do. Makes you think, doesn't it? If you catch your neighbor staring just a bit too long, find weird marks on your fence. Feel that breath on the window.
Exactly. It pushes us right up against our assumptions about safety and normalcy, especially in familiar spaces. You have to ask, what is fact when the official story, like the police report, finds nothing, but the personal experience is so overwhelming, so terrifying? What boundaries really keep us safe, especially when the threat seems less about breaking down a door and more about seeping through the walls of your own mind? It makes you wonder about those empty spaces, doesn't it? What does vacant truly mean?
Please subscribe to our channel. Your support motivates us to create even more great content for you. Thank you so much.